message to the doomsayers, those who are looking for pretty weak growth in the second half?
No, obviously, we've seen that the interesting thing is here that German growth is driven by domestic demand, and we've had so much criticism about the German growth model, people saying that it was too dependent on exports. Here's the answer: German growth is really domestically driven, and they don't need exports to grow.
How much, though, is this to do, the overall number to do with Eurozone strength?
I think this is nothing to do with the Eurozone strength right now. I think it's to the contrary. It can contribute to a further stabilization of the Eurozone. We've seen that the Eurozone left the recession in the second quarter. If the German economy now continues, probably not at the current pace, but at a strong growth number in the second half of this year, we could see a nice interaction between the German growth, improving confidence in the other Eurozone countries, and then also the Eurozone really returning to growth numbers in the second half of the year.
And you talk in your note this morning about international institutions having to revise their growth outlooks. What kind of numbers can we expect to see?
No, I think for the German growth over the year 2013, I think we will see again growth numbers coming back between 0.5 and 1%. Remember that we had, for example, the IMF just revising downwards German growth to 0.3%. This is obviously far too low right now for the state of the German economy.
We're going to get some consumer confidence numbers out of the Eurozone a little bit later on. What are they going to tell us?
I think also an improvement. I think really right now the Eurozone seems to be riding a kind of wave of improving optimism. It's far to tell that the crisis is over, but we do see that things are improving and that the cycle at least is improving in the Eurozone.
How does to bring the US into this, how does the taper tantrum and the Fed fit into your global picture now?
No, of course, I think the tapering will continue. Whether it's now September or December, I think it's still too early to tell. We saw that the Fed minutes had something for everyone right now. But of course, once the tapering will start, I think the Eurozone peripheral countries could be hit. Why? Because this could lead to at least higher interest rates in the Eurozone periphery, which is something they cannot stomach right now. I think the core countries could stomach it, but this means that the tapering has to be implemented very carefully, very cautiously, so that any increase in Eurozone bond yields remains limited.
And what do you expect Mario Draghi to do next time round?
I think right now that a rate cut is clearly off the table. We've seen also with yesterday's PMIs that the rate cut is not an issue any longer, which means that Mario Draghi will probably just wait and see and just make clear that interest rates will not go up in the Eurozone. This forward guidance is something that Mario Draghi might have to quantify a bit more. Maybe next time, or maybe in October, because I think here the whole thing is that the ECB needs to rule out that interest rates will go up in the next 6 months.
You expecting anything out of Jackson Hole?
Not really, although of course there is a lot to talk about. I don't think that there will be any concrete answers to the current problems, neither the tapering in the US, nor the issue that we do have in emerging economies right now, nor from the ECB. So it will be a nice get-together, but without any concrete or tangible results.